One obvious motivation was the ever-growing interconnectedness between legal, financial and economic problems in practice. This concerns not only financial firms but also non-financial firms and households. It springs, of course, from the ever-growing importance of financial markets for the allocation of savings, but also for the management of liquidity. And it springs from the ever-growing regulation, not only of financial markets, but of all walks of business life, and certainly also the financial management of financial and non-financial firms. Another motivation was that we observed a market niche in the academic market for law and finance training programs. Most of these programs have in fact been created for former law students who are then taught the standard models of finance. Now the problem with these models is that they are of the quantitative mathematical sort that is irrelevant in practice. So it's true that this occupies most of current research, but the research itself is too much focused. The university research that is being carried on is too much focused on one particular set of questions and of problems, which are important for trading, important for short-term maximization, but which become increasingly irrelevant the more you move away from the trading room, and the more you move away from short-term investment horizons, so let's say only 3 months or 6 months or 1 day, and the more you move toward a year, a 5-year, 10-year, or maybe a lifespan of financial decisions. So our ambition was to create a program that would understand finance from such a broader point of view, and which would include mathematical skills and quantitative skills, but not give them center stage, but to emphasize other things, presentation skills, conceptual thinking, logical thinking, entrepreneurial thinking, thinking in terms of alternatives. So this is what we have been trying to do, and we've realized this by bringing in not only university people, but university people from different walks of intellectual life, not only finance professors, but also finance professors and economists, and lots of people from practice. Well, first of all, our program is hosted by the School of Economics and Wealth Management, which for almost 20 years has trained very successfully our students for careers in banking, but also wealth management in our area, which is the Loire Valley, and throughout the rest of France. So now we wish to create a more advanced study program also for an international audience. Then another advantage is that all our professors have an active research agenda related to finance and financial markets. Third advantage is, and I think that's a crucial one, is that we have in our teaching staff about half only of professors. The other half are people from outside of the university who are coming from practice, who have a career in investment and in finance, in law related to investment and finance, in law related to financial regulation. So I've been working for central banks and financial regulatory bodies, and who bring all this experience to our table here and to the benefit of our students. The training you will receive in our program will be helpful in all walks of financial life, not only in financial firms such as banks and investment funds, but also in household finance and in non-financial firms. An important part of our program is corporate finance, because we are of the conviction that the study of financial problems and the understanding of financial solutions should be grounded always in practice first, rather than in models. Actually, most finance is practiced far away from financial centers. Financial centers concentrate on two areas, which is financial trading, and they are hosting the headquarters of large financial firms. But finance, of course, encompasses practices and modes of thinking that are much more varied, manifold than those that pertain only to trading and to the management problems that you confront in large financial firms. If you think of wealth managers, if you think of fund managers, very often these people are living in the provinces. Very often they're living on the countryside. There is no single place for finance. There's no single practice. The kind of problems that you have to solve remain the same, and these problems you can study just as well in a town like Angers, which is very representative for the size of towns out of which most financial practitioners are actually operating. Our program just started. We are now in February 2019, and the program started in September of last year. So what we can say so far is that the students come from all over the world. We do not have a single French citizen right now in the program. Next year we will have some, but right now they are all non-EU people. They are between 22 and 31 years old, and half of them have prior business experience. The professors are available to consult the students, to point out interesting career opportunities to them. We notify them of current job markets at meetings of the financial associations in France and in Europe. And then of course we are helping with presentation skills, revising CVs, revising cover letters and so on. So pretty much what you would find at any other continental school.